Hey everyone, welcome to episode 5 of Your Game Review, where I review your games. So, yeah, if you would like me to review one of your games, feel free to send me a PGN in the comments. And yeah, let's get started. So, my viewer is playing with the white pieces here, and I'll go through the game once without the engine, and then once with the engine, and then I'll try to guess my viewer's rating. So, yeah, I've never seen this game. So, okay, d4, d5, bishop to f4, so kind of like an accelerated London system here. Knight d7, knight h3. Okay, knight h3 is a bit of a strange move for developing the knight. Usually you want to put the knight on f3 because it helps to defend or control these two important center squares. Okay, knight h3, g5. Okay, so this is a pawn, so it's undefended, so white could take it with a knight or bishop. Okay, bishop takes, bishop h6, and the bishop retreats. Yeah, I think retreating the bishop is not terrible. Maybe a move like, I think continuing developing might be a bit better, just to not waste time retreating the piece. So like a move like e3, since the bishop is defended anyways. Or queen d2 or knight c3, something like this, just to keep developing. Or takes and then e3, for example. Okay, bishop d2, knight f6. And knight f6 is a blunder because black wanted to develop the piece, but the knight was defending the bishop. So now that this knight moved, white could take the bishop here since it's undefended. Okay, white misses it, so e3, b5. b5 is undefended also, could be taken by the bishop. Bishop e2, okay, not bad. So white is better here for sure, because white's pieces are probably a bit better, and white is up a pawn. And also this pawn structure isn't too solid for black. Castles is good, castles. Probably black should, at this point, try to maybe play with the open g file somehow, and try to castle queenside, even though that is risky, but they're down a pawn. So, but okay, castles, knight c3 is good. Attacking b5 and d5. So after knight e4, white can take one of these pawns. Okay, white takes the knight instead, and bishop f3. So I think white's idea was to maybe take this knight and try to like attack the pawn on e4. Only problem is the pawn can just take it, right? If the pawn couldn't take, the bishop, would be attacking on e4. So black takes it. Bishop g7. Bishop b4. Okay, I actually really like bishop b4. This is a good move because a5 is not possible. It stops c5 and it attacks, puts pressure on e7. So actually bishop b4 is a very nice move. Okay, knight b6. Rook d1, also a good move. Queen d5. And here, this hangs e7 also. So e7 can be taken here. No need to worry about the queen since it's defended. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Okay. So, and queen h5 is played. So, yeah, white saw that, like, there was a threat of queen trade here. And I think white wanted to stop that, but queen h5, the queen is not defended and it could also be taken there. So let's see if black takes. Black misses it. And here again, I think bishop takes e7 makes sense since the bishop's attacked. Okay, bishop a5, f5, rook d3. It's an interesting move. I guess it makes sense going for this. If you can go rook c3 and take on c7, then your rook is getting active, right? So that makes sense. e5. Okay, I'm not sure. I think opening the position actually favors white. So e5 probably just takes, and you have the rook on d3 makes sense. You can double the rooks. Takes, okay. b3. b3 is not bad. It is, you have to just be careful about the rook here, but okay, bishop takes knight. That's also attacking the queen, so there's no time for queen takes, the bishop takes rook. Queen takes back, f4. And yeah, that hangs the rook here, just to be careful. Rook takes d6. So I think here a strong move, maybe just winning on the spot completely, is knight g5. And it's always good to know the knight and queen are very, very powerful attackers together here. And in this case, I don't even see a way how black can stop like queen takes h7 checkmate. Pretty much, you can't go rook f7. You can't defend that with a queen, and so yeah, black is just getting checkmated. So knight g5 would be a very strong move. Even especially after bishop d6, because if you take here, I guess knight g5, there's queen g6 to defend, but after the bishop blocks the queen, right, now knight g5, there's no way for the queen to get back. Okay, rook d6, pawn takes, and again, yeah, now knight g5, there's like queen c7 to defend, so it's not as effective. Okay, a4, b4, rook d1 is good. Like to go here, but rook f1 blunders the rook, so rook d1 is good. d5, rook takes d5, and queen d8, so yeah, that hangs the queen, rook takes, check, knight g5 is great. Just have to be careful there's no checkmate here. It's close, but it's not actually, because after check you can go up. There's a check at f1, but the king has g3, so that is not checkmate. So yeah, knight g5 is good, rook d7, and here there's all sorts of checks. Queen d7, queen e6 check with the rook, but okay, knight e6 and checkmate. So I think the end of this game like was really clean. After rook takes queen here, yeah, white played very, very accurately, I think, with these checks, knight g5, knight e6, and checkmate. That was very clean. White and black both did hang like a few pieces here in this game though, so yeah, I'd say probably a lower rating, but maybe like 500 or so. But yeah, let's take a look at the game review nonetheless. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of like these swings because there was a lot of blunders, but so yeah, bishop h6, probably just you want to take, and knight f6 blunder, hangs this, and yeah, takes, and bishop f3 is blunder because the pawn can take it diagonally, right? And yeah, queen h5 also. Just be careful with the queen. The queen can move really a lot of ways, right? So you always have to be careful about that. This is a big source of blunders though, like where the queen can move like sideways like this. It's not really, a lot of people kind of miss this, that the queen can like go like that, so it's understandable. And somewhere around here also, yeah, b3, I guess the engine says b3 is a blunder. So the queen has to move though, right? I think queen g4. Oh, queen g4 is very nice. That's not an easy move, but it is nice because you're attacking the queen, so you can't move this rook. And if you move the queen anywhere, then you lose the rook, right? But if you trade queens, f takes, and now again the rook is still attacked, but also the knight. So white ends up losing a piece here because you have to move the rook and you lose the knight. So that is a nice move, but not easy to spot that. f4, and yeah, bishop g6 and knight g5 here would simply win the game because there's no way to stop that. But yeah, if we go on here, after black hangs the queen, I think everything was very clean. Check, knight g5, yeah, this was all good. Queen e6 would win the rook, a bit cleaner, but knight e6 is fine, and then checkmate and won. So yeah, nice ending. I would probably say maybe like a beginner. I think my viewer told me that they were kind of like a beginner level or so. So I would say maybe, I'd guess 500 rating. So yeah, that's my guess. And yeah, as always, feel free to guess in the comments if you want to also make a guess about white's rating in this game. And yeah, if you liked it, I'd really appreciate if you liked and subscribed for more. And yeah, thanks for watching.